obviously I've come in for a bit of backlash from the FA. I'm going to make this point, whether there's a policy or not, it's their word against mine. So it's their understanding that there is a policy against my understanding that I've never seen a policy. And I've continued to speak about the fact that I'm not allowed to directly be the first point of contact for any player. I'll stick to that. And anyone can tell me whether I'm right or wrong. Their judgment that on my personal feeling that, I say that I feel that I put my job at risk every time I speak up and speak out. And the fact that they want to comment on that personal feeling without being in my shoes, without having the weight on my shoulders, without ever appreciating and truly understanding what I do in my day to day that makes me feel that way. I find it remarkable that they can say that they have never put anybody under pressure. This comment was made about the authorities, by the way. This comment was made in the impact of some of the stuff that has then come back and been leveled at me. This comment has been about me having threats from, legal departments, whatever legal departments they may be, not just from the authorities, but from football clubs, almost as if we're watching you. So if that doesn't say to me, well, Troy, you need to mind some of your words, because how can they judge me on that? How can they judge my honest words, my honest appraisal of my own thoughts and feelings? So for me, that's almost like, well, they want to control those thoughts and feelings. Isn't that the very thing that I'm talking about, And the last bit, because I'm frustrated, I'm slightly angry at that response, is when are they ever going to go, why don't we just sit around a table and talk? Why don't we see where you're coming from? Why don't you get a better understanding where we're coming from? And why don't we all collaborate on this topic so that actually these documentaries no more need to be made? Or if they are made, we present our case, you present yours, and there's a coming together. That the past is the past and we can never change that. But they're trying to influence people's experiences, and this is the issue that I have with the game at every moment that there's a documentary made, because there will be counter arguments, counter allegations, rather than front someone up, put them on the dock, let your position be clear, and let's try and move on, because we're all supposed to be trying to reach a goal where we make this game free from discrimination. But the in-house fighting, almost the attack on me, okay, the attack on me means that actually you've actually agreed with what I've said in some way, because you're trying to make sure that I never say it again.